मेरा हाय रे जबरा होए रे जबरा फैन हो गया.
Hi, this is Melanie, MovieMavenGal. I'm here to talk about a film that's already out on Netflix streaming, and it was playing on my airplane on my recent trip. It's MS Dhoni, starring Sushant Rajput Singh. And I have to admit, I know practically zero about cricket, maybe as much as you can pick up by watching Lagan. That's about it. So I am coming at it not as a Dhoni fan. I knew nothing about him basically other than I had heard his name. I don't really know anything about cricket. So, I learned more actually after looking up, how a little bit after I watched the film, how the film was made and how much work Sushant put into recreating the distinctive style, this distinctive swing of the way he would hit the ball and all of this. He worked, hours and hours and hours for months with cricket trainers and so forth. So I can't speak to whether he really captured Dhoni because I don't have any experience of watching the real person over the years that an Indian audience would have as to whether he really captured it. So you'll have to tell me that if he really did a good job. As far as being an actor, I thought Sushant did a fine job. The first half of the film to me was very compelling.
नाम क्या है?
महेंद्र सिंह धोनी.
अच्छा गोलकीपिंग करता तुम. क्रिकेट खेलेगा?
सर हमको क्रिकेट में बैटिंग ज्यादा अच्छा लगता है.
पहले विकेट कीपिंग पे ध्यान दो तुम समझा?
खेलकूद अपनी जगह है, लेकिन पढ़ोगे लिखोगे तो किसी लायक बनोगे.
सर आप बोलेंगे तो आज ओपन करें.
अगला मैच में देखेंगे.
सर वीक टीम के साथ स्कोर करके क्या?
The story of Dhoni's childhood, how he really didn't start out playing cricket. He started playing soccer or football, as you would call, and he was drafted for the cricket team to be more of a catcher, whatever. I don't know if wicket keeper, whatever the name is, I don't know. But anyway, he was a prodigy at it, but yet he had all these struggles and had to be on. Again, I don't know. He was worked for a railroad so that he could be on a sponsored team, and he had all these struggles to finally make it to the big leagues and be on the Indian team. And I found that first half really compelling. I also would say the two romances in the film. There's one with his wife, and then there was a earlier romance with a young girlfriend. I thought those were very well done. I mean, I don't know how true to life they are to the real Dhoni or if that was all fictionalized, but those parts were very good. And of course, the songs in the film have become, I've heard those songs over and over again. Pretty good music in the film. Where the film falls apart is the second half, because basically it's a highlight reel. I know it's not called a home run, like a sixer, whatever it is. You see like sixer after sixer after sixer, and him, there were certain key games, obviously. If I had watched it with the live audience, I talked to my friend, emailed my friend Margaret of Don't Call It Bollywood, and she said she was able to see this film in a theater, and it was incredible how the audience anticipated all of these big moments in his life, just him getting a different color jersey or whatever. And I didn't have that sitting alone watching it by myself. And so, those moments, I didn't know that they were important. And the director, Niraj Pandey, didn't really do the best job of creating the drama and the tension to keep the film going in the second half. I'll be honest with you, I practically dozed off. It just, the dramatic tension just went completely away. I have seen other films about sports that I know nothing about. For instance, the amazing documentary Senna, about a Formula One racer. I knew nothing about Formula One racing, and that film is incredible. It's Asif Kapadia, director, who is now an Oscar-winning director for Amy. Amazing film, and that one kept me on the edge of my seat. And then also a movie like The Damned United, where Michael Sheen plays this coach of a football team of Manchester United. Knew nothing about him, and that film, it's about the relationships and the people in it that makes it so compelling. And that's where the second half of this film, like, I shouldn't have to be an expert on cricket to be compelled with this story in the second half. I felt like the problem was this filmmaker made the film with the participation of Dhoni as some sort of executive producer or consultant or something, and so they had to keep in his good graces. It sounded, there was little grace notes, little moments of, like, you know, that they kind of glossed over, like him insisting that some older players, as he was captain of the team, be released from the team to build up to a later World Cup bout, and, you know, years in the future, but he wanted to set the stage. And it was like these little moments, but they didn't really, I don't know, you know, if this was a film that was made in the future where you weren't worrying about, you know, you're looking back to the past and it wasn't so close to the events, maybe you could play up that drama, play up those relationships, play up that conflict. Instead, it was like, oh, let's just skip over this and show these highlights, you know, of games and whatever, famous games. And it just, like I said, for me, not knowing anything about cricket, it just wasn't compelling. It just kind of fell apart dramatically in the second half. But again, I think Sushant did a really good job, and it's no hardship for me to watch him for a couple of hours, let me tell you. So overall, it's a decent film. I just cannot give it the best rating. Just like, I could tell you have to be a fan of this man, and then you would really enjoy it. But I don't know anything about him, so this film wasn't made for me. It was made for you. If you're a fan of cricket, if you're a fan of Dhoni, then I'm sure you really enjoyed it. It just, you know, like I said, parts of it were really good. Parts of it just kind of fell apart for me. So I don't know, 2.5 out of 5. But again, I'm not the target audience for this film. But I just thought, I'll give it a shot. It's on my plane, you know, system. I'll give it a shot. And it is also playing on Netflix streaming in the US. If you're a fan of cricket, check it out. Otherwise, maybe give it a miss. Peace out.